Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to another live stream. And of course, it's Wednesday, so we're back to farming. Well, back to trying to farm, I guess you could say. Whether or not we're technically actual farmers is to be seen. Good. But yeah, we finished off last time with buying more land. Of course, we're buying more land. We're still trying to figure out how to finish that field of ours. Oh, good pop tastes good. So yeah, obviously, we're across the road again. I don't know why it puts me here, even though I have a perfectly good house over the yonder there. Who knows? Anyways, little recap of what we're doing here. We're trying to buy up this land, and we're harvesting the hay as we go. December's just about done, if memory serves. We still have these guys. Chickens are doing well. Food and grain can't do anything with, but we have wool. Wool is doing good for production. And of course production. We have our beer processing, which I'm going to have to buy more water. Alright, 36,000 wasn't too bad. Still expensive, but not too bad. Crude oil, we're selling all of it. Crude diesel, we're selling all of it. Just trying to get rid of it. The only thing we're doing out of here is we're storing strawberries because that goes through our brewery. And then, of course, the chicken. From which we're also storing this stuff because then we can sell it direct and we tend to make a little bit more profit off it. But let's skip to our animals. And yes, it's snowing. Naturally, it's snowing. We have a little over half a pallet of wool. That's a good sign. I got worked up and heated today in the cold, so bear with me as I have a tickle in my throat tonight. Not sick, just overworked in the cold. Had to get the job done while we could. Eggs are doing really well. Yeah, the snow's something. It's a little something. Well, I guess we could probably start that up. What were these bales sitting at? Were these ready? These ones are not. These ones are only 3%. I think I just baled those ones before the end of last one. It sticks in here for some reason. No, these ones are not ready. They're close. I think there might only be one or two in here that is, actually. They're not quite. But we did get all of this cultivated. Also start truck. Because this is what we're going to use to fund the rest of our field operations. I think we did alright with that, which means I could grab the tractor and we could move these bales off of this section here. And I could use the plow, Mr. Plow, and make more pathway here. I would prefer to do that once the bales are off, but you know, less moving, less wastage. We still have some rocks to clean up, and of course this contraption here is rented by me, but it does have a few rocks in it. Not that you can tell. Maybe I dumped it. I just can't remember where I dumped it. Oh, I remember now. We parked it in front of the hay lofty thing over there. I remember now. Oh. So yeah, personal life. It was Actually, more of a productive day than I was originally expecting to be. Like, originally when I started out today, I was like, I have no idea what we're actually going to be up to because, well, we still have no material yet. We're waiting on that. We're doing this, we're doing that. And a bunch of other things that were just stacking up. Well, ended up, yes, we did get our material. We had to wait around a little bit out at the site to get it, but that was pretty minor. Pretty minor in the grand scheme of things, but once the truck got there, we had to hand bomb it into the property. Which, whoop-de-doo. From the time the truck showed up to the time it left with 1.5 lifts of lumber, we were able to effectively get rid of all of it in 10 minutes. We unloaded that entire truck in 10 minutes. Which is why I'll be tickling my throat tonight. Which is why I'm going to have some medicine tonight. Here it is. Yep, that's good stuff. I have no idea why I went poop. Yeah, that's a good start. So that was good. We have materials. We can actually physically start, which is pretty good. It makes me all warm and fuzzy inside knowing that I can get going on it. Of course, this is the first major order that we proceeded to do with our new supplier, which they're a small local business, so when I can, I will be using them more and more. I went over here to drop the baler off, didn't I? I was going to grab the tractor, but did I grab it? No. Not really snowing. Oops. So yeah, pretty happy. Quoted the client one thing, and what I got through this new supplier was something completely different. Material is all premium quality, like good stuff. Way better than the big box stores. Can I actually hit it? That's the next question. And yeah, price is I can't beat the price. I can't complain about the pricing. Why? But yeah, no, going back to it, I can't beat the pricing. Client is going to be really happy in the end for this one. It's a disabled person that we're doing this stuff for, and yeah, it's the extra little bit is definitely going to make a huge difference for them. Hey, if I can cut my costs when I can, I'll do it. I've hit that swather twice tonight. Oops. I kind of went off board. Kind of almost need to... not quite like that. You kind of almost... Be careful here. Yeah, it's not bad. I can deal with that. Yeah, that'll work. So overall, yeah, I'm very happy with the new supplier. They are doing really well, and this is huge for them because this is a decent size order for them to do and to bring out. So it's a win-win. I'm always about trying to support the small guys. At the same time, We're all kind of small in the big grand scheme of things, but okay, I'm just gonna hook this inside right now. I'm not too particular about getting the outside edge perfect until about here. Just because I got to carry it further anyways. It's just like today actually. It's actually snowing it snowed pretty good around here. The first heavy snowfall. Well, I can tell you the ground's not frozen around here because every farmer and his dog is out right now, cultivating and plowing the fields under. No issues whatsoever. It's not even worrisome. There we go, hooked into that field. That don't look too bad. Definitely picking more rocks again. Okay, these bales gotta be getting close. 94. Pardon me. Definitely have a tickle. Now let's switch it up to a little bit more high octane meson. Oh yeah, that's much better. I have a few people that I know that go, how in the world do you drink scotch? I don't know, acquired taste. I actually really enjoy the taste. For doing this stuff, I prefer the blended. But if I'm doing a really good high quality sit down one, that's where I pull out the single. But the blended is just a really nice flavor overall for sit down, relax after the end of a night type deal. If I have a voice at the end of this, it'll be amazing. Alright, let's attempt one more outskirting one here. In the real world, we just use a cultivator, but in game, obviously, there's only a limited few things that can create a field, so this works. This works well. Then, plus, as an added bonus, I did get rid of my old gaming machine. That thing has seen more things than I can shake a stick at, but it went to a good home. Thing is 12 years old. Like my original gaming machine, yeah, it's 12 years old. I can't complain about it. It did me well over the years, and it's just for what I'm doing currently, and not only gaming but business wise too, it couldn't keep up anymore. But for what he's using it for, that's fine. You can still play games on it, just not the real AAA stuff. Well, that's fine. I don't think he's planning on playing the AAA stuff. I do to a certain degree. One of these times I'll just have all the bales sitting in the middle of the field by now. It's still really snowing out here, and I actually don't see it building up. Yips, where am I going? I'm just cruising down this field. There we go. Plow, baby, plow, baby. I should actually get out and take a look at these bales and see if they're ready. If they're ready, then I'll start hauling them. 95. These ones I did later. I remember that. 3%, yeah. They're gonna take a bit. Leapfrog. Leapfrog. 96. I mean, I almost feel like just going off and sleeping another day, because at least then some of this will be fermented a bit. I'm hoping. Maybe even just slightly a little bit. Then we can really clean up one area, do the cultivation to there, and maybe start another section. I think that's what I might have to do. I tell you, the snow in the game's adding up. Or it seems like it almost. The things I do to get a big field ready. I mean, we got another 3 months after December to try and get this stuff done. So I think we can. I think we can do it. Yeah, not bad at all. Well, I'll tell you guys what. I will finish plowing this section, then we'll do the sleep thing at the house, the farmstead. And then from there, we will sort of quasi figure out a game plan for doing the rest of this. This bale is pissing me off. Off to the side with you. My tractor's listing. It's amazing. It doesn't look like it's actually doing much, but it's doing a lot. It's doing things, alright? I got that other field to worry about, which I think it all it needs is good rock picking. There we go. I think I got it. Of course, only time will tell. Right now it looks pretty good. Right now it looks like I did a pretty good job of disking up that center part. But I guess we're going to find out, right? It's mildly depressing in real life. It's even more depressing in the game. Frickin' snow. Alrighty. Bale picker in tow too. Let's take it. %. So if we sleep for the night, we should be fine. Well, we got the disking, or the plowing, I should say, done. Up to that point, anyways. Alright, off to the main road. And now down our lane. Alright. Sleep. 9 in the morning. There we go. Still snowing. Oh, no. It was still snowing. No, it's not. So we gotta wake up to about 6 feet of snow. Not really. I think it frosted more. Oh. Snow coming. Oh, well, this will make it fun. Can you see the highway? I can't. Trying to gain control. Uh-oh. Happens in real life too. Try to power slide around the corner and whee. Pardon me. Why did I have garlic? 'Cause, oh, that is just pure friggin' garlic. I'm glad I cultivated one field. I can't even see it now. Alright, so in theory, with me being out here. Cool, I found the bale. This guy should be 100. Yeah, it just says silage bale. Okay. Silage bale. Silage bale. It's also silage. Okay, this is straight down the middle. That one's fermenting at 80%. Guess we kind of have to pick and choose. Must pick and choose, must pick and choose. Oh no, these ones are silage. Yep, silage bale. Silage bale. Okay, so what is the fine line here? This one should be still fermenting. Okay. This one's good. This one's still fermenting. Same with this one. This one's good. Alright. It makes a difference, believe me. Well, the rest in here should be hunky dunky. I can't even see the field. Like, honestly, that looks the same as this. A lot more snow out here than you think. Okay, that's 9. This will be another 3. And then 2. For a second there, I thought that was a guy standing on the porch. It's just one of the icons. But below and at this angle, it looks like there was a dude sitting on the porch. It was really weird. I can't see the frickin' pebbles now. Oops. I like the power slide. Did anyone else notice that? Okay, it's the last day of December. Just slides. Might be a mute point doing this, but we'll see. Nope, looks like it's gonna work. Yep, looks like it's gonna work. I just gotta basically plow through all of the snow. It does actually chew up the snow. Cool. See, just proof again that no matter what, we can still work in the winter. It doesn't actually look that bad either. I can't remember where this edge is here. There we go. Seems like such a small portion. I mean, if we can get another section cultivated under here and mulched, I'm happy. Why wouldn't I be? Missed a chunk there. Yeah, probably in a couple hours or so. All the snow's gone again, anyways. Does actually mulch it up nice, even though it's winter. We got 86% on this bale. 87. I actually hit it and turn it. Kind of almost looked like it did. 86, 87, 85. Alright. The hell's that sound? So we got a little bit more cultivating we can do. We could actually haul those bales in and get the 200,000 right now. Actually, it depends. I guess the biggest thing is, what does our books look like? Our books are, $1,100 up. I guess what we should do is actually think about it. In some regards, I don't want to, but this is not a great number. That really was a bad number, so it's that one. I want to try to keep it at least 100,000 up. I know it's hard to do when we're buying land, but I think we'll better haul those ones. At least we can deal with these ones on January. But for now, I think we need to haul them. At least people 200 to 300,000 above. And we can buy more land in January, so this month it'd be books are balanced. I mean, we actually did get a bit done here, too. Be nice to buy another field tonight. Or two. So what I could do is buy this one and this one, then those two another night. Because this one we got to recultivate anyways, because we want to change things up. We want to basically come across here and go zoop into this one. Kind of what I'm thinking. These guys are still a ways away. %, actually not that far. Let's haul this one back and see what we get for him. Try not to have a collision or anything on the friggin' highway because this stuff's so greasy. Plus, the trailer likes to slide around those corners. Staying awake is the hardest part tonight because I got all that fresh air. I am sleepy. Why? Yeah. It's nothing like power sliding those things around the friggin' thing. $262,000. Totally worth it. So that should balance the books quite nicely this time. Yep. It does indeed. Quite nicely. My freaking legs are so dry and itchy right now too. So if you hear scratching, it's just me scratching my legs. They're dry and itchy. Ooh, I don't want to pay everything off yet. Not until afterwards. Actually, I don't think we're sitting too bad anyways. Yeah, we're only $280,000 debt. That's not bad. Wonder what the stop sign thing's gonna be like going this fast on ice. One way to find out. Look at this, kids, no hands. What's gonna happen? Oh, into the combine. I made it to the barn, and I'm willing to bet if the barn wasn't there, I probably could have made it to all the way to the next corner. Alright, so we can finish. Oh, pardon me. We can finish doing our spin-a-thon. We can finish up cultivating this. These other sets of bales that are out here right now, probably leave those for now, for January. They're not harming anything by them being out. And then I could buy this allotted land. Because what we want to do is we want to cultivate it straight across here. Yeah, buy this. Harvest that off. So come straight down roughly this line. Come across here. Cultivate it down. Come up. I'm gonna probably plant a bunch of trees around here anyways. Come up, hook it into this one, come over, and come around, right? So that's my plan for here. If we buy this chunk of land from Leroy Jenkins, no, Leroy Wilson, and Rich Miller, we'll cut 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll cut 4 trees down out of here. So we'll basically still come off straight across here. And then we'll come down into this one. We don't want to disrupt this road. 1 iota. So we'll basically cut this one, have the field come off this corner, and we might disturb the road a little bit. Come down and go straight across. Straight across this one. Oh, pardon me again. And we'll cut in and go this direction. I may not do it so much underneath the trees, but we'll see. I'll have to wait and see. We might. But yeah, these 4 trees have to come out. Which is fine. I'm going to plant a pile around the slough anyways. So, yeah, that's my plan. And yeah, we will buy the fields next season. Or next month. That way I'm breaking up the cost a bit. But we're sitting at 128 for that one and 140. So 168 rough, or 268. So right now we could actually do it, but yeah, we'll do the expense next month. I think that's probably more ideal, because at least then I'm breaking it up instead of just keep running it through the same. If that makes any sense. That's super weird. 38 is a good size field too. But that would be just hay ground. That's all I'd ever use it for is hay. I'm trying to stay awake for you guys. Honest. Getting sleepy. This field ain't fertilized real much anymore. 88% on that one. 89. Yeah, we're actually not that far from picking those all up. Wow, that's not bad. I can live with that. Definitely live with all that. Yeah, I guess we'll just finish cultivating, see where we end up. Yeah, that's illusion. If you look at it like this ground over by those trees is perfectly flat. But the shading and picking it up here, it looks like it's a slope going towards the White House. It's weird. But definitely looks like a friggin' hill. Just the way the shading is. It's an illusion. Oh, that's like gonna take long to get this field done. Gotta stay awake. That is my focal point in vision. Just must stay awake. Really not sure why this tree branch is there. Actually, it almost looks like there's trees growing. I'm not kidding. That almost looks like there's frickin' trees growing right here. And gold coins. I don't remember gold coins being here. But it looks like gold coins. No idea. I wonder if I could just disc it up and it'd just go away. Like, I don't mind trees so long as I plant them in the right spot type thing. And at the same time maximizing my crop space. It's not all going to fit. Can you tell I'm sleepy? We didn't work that much today, but at the same time we were working in the cold and the snow, so yeah. All that fresh air is making me sleepy. I'm trying to hold in there for you guys. Doing the best I can. I am going to try to hit that with the plow, though. That's brutal. That is literally brutal. Oh. Crack that back. Alright, so I'm just gonna probably leave this thing over here. Disconnect it. Mr. Plow was right here. These trees on the side I'm not gonna touch or cultivate or cut down or anything like that. They're perfectly alright. The answer to the question is no. Nope. 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 Alright, well. I think what time it is next is to get the mulcher and see. Yes, time to go get the old mulcher from the farm. I'm turning slowly. Just so freaking icy, you just go, man. Okay, we know we have a mulcher. We used it once, that's how I know we still have a mulcher. There it is. And if anyone says, well, where do we use it for? We did it when we put the meat processing plant in, remember? There we go. Just haul it over one more piece of equipment over there. Yep, it is definitely a slip and slide. That much? We know for sure. Ah, there we go. One more slip and slide. It warmed up. Goodbye, treacherous snow. Doesn't mean I still can't drive. It just means there's no snow now. Oh, for the most part we did alright. Alright, let's get this thing going. Did that not actually break it up whatsoever? That didn't do much. It would appear that this patch is indestructible. Hey, welcome. Thanks, guys. I appreciate the likes. Okay, I'm out of ideas. Apparently I have trees growing in my field. I don't have rocks, but I always have rocks. Or the other option is I just work around this. Let's say it needs weeding. Oh, that needs weeding. It looks like trees to me. I don't know. Very confusing. I am very confused. It looks like trees to me. I've plowed them. I've cultivated them. I have mulched them. And they're still growing. I guess it's part of the map where I just can't deal with this. I don't know. Oh well. It's part of farming, I guess. I do have to rock pick. Actually, I could do that while I'm waiting. I may hit this one more time. Yep. Does a really nice job of rotor tailing. Yep, the stick is impervious. Those trays are impervious. I guess I just will have a patch of trees growing in my field. It's like real ones. I just have random trees. That's fine. Alright. Off with you. Rock pick. Let's clean the rocks out of this. I'm waiting for the bales to be finished. You need to unfold before you can pick up your stones. Alrighty. Superficial stones. Wait, how'd stones get here? Didn't I pick this once? Oh, sure, I picked the stones here. Just gonna have more rock piles around. Then you get the super hipsters going, I would like a rock pile. Can I buy your rocks? And you go, yeah, sure. Why not? Doesn't hurt me any. Gets rid of them. Meanwhile, I know for a fact that rock picking is super frickin' annoying. At least I'm not near as bad as the one guy. I was actually working on a job when that happened. Working in a rural area. And I think I was working on a deck job. And this farmer's neighbor decided to go out with a skid steer and pick rocks for the farmer. Which, yeah, okay, that's fine, that's cool. That helps out the farmer greatly, right? Believe me, it actually does. But it was a little dry in the spring, and he didn't realize that when he went over top of the one rock, it sparked and it lit the field on fire. Man, trying to put out a field of frickin' stubble with a little bit of wind, oh, that was horrible. And his neighbor, which actually the farmer was pretty good sport about, he basically looked at him and said, hey, we've all done stupid crap. Nothing was damaged, nobody was hurt. We'll move on with our lives. It's not an issue. So he's pretty good about it. His neighbor felt bad. But yeah, we all rushed out there and quickly tried to help put it out. Because if we didn't, that would have turned ugly. Maybe this will pick it up. I don't know. Nope. Let's try. Nothing will fix that part. Yeah, down we go. Well, a lot of work getting this field prepped. There are a ton of rocks too. Alright, straight down the line. See what we got. These bales should be getting close. And we're also getting close to basically sleeping for the rest of the day again. Should miss the spinny wheels of death. Now we're at 93%. 93%. There's one bale out. It's so lonely. It's just sitting there, so lonely. He's being so lonely. What Team America just come to mind? So ornery. Okay. Rock picking was a success. Woohoo! That I'm dumbfounded by that. That looks like a smiley, happy-faced dude that's laughing at me. Well, we got trees, we got sticks. We've got trees growing. Maybe this is going to be a magical spot of land that super produces. I doubt it, but one can dream. Yeah, these guys are all 90s. I don't want to give them, sell them yet because it's just grass. If I sell them right now, I'm not really making anything off of it. But if I leave them for the silage, the last, well, it was 12, 13 bales. Well, 200. Oh, so 260,000 or something like that. The field that I'm making actually the most money on is the bales. Yeah, it's a bit strange, but hey, it's helping us get by. Alright, I'm going to speed this process up again. I should Should be able to sleep again. To January, at least. Oh, crap. Before I go sleeping, I should check the livestock. Oops. I just... Nope. Let's check the livestock. Let's not try to drive over the bales anymore. No, this pond isn't too deep. Wasn't in it long enough for it to be deep. Well, all the leaves are off now. Oh, honey's full again. I spent my life mostly moving the honey. Thought I had another pallet of them. Yep, there is a pallet over there. Alright. Can't tell. There might be a full pallet over there too. Doubt it, but I'll barely get out of there and the pallet will show up. This one's 100%, so I'm surprised there isn't one propping up already. Alright, well, we've got a full... Well, actually, we've got 2 full pallets of honey, which will go well for beer production. And a little offside, but we're good. We're totally good. No, it's just 3 bales. We're good on that point. 1,000 liters is 1 full bale, so 803. That's not bad, that's pretty full. I'm surprised there's no freaking pallet there. Must have just finished producing that one. Ooh, we've got 5 rows of eggs. The eggs are actually surprisingly lucrative business. I don't think they've produced anymore, but I don't know. 240, 350, 360. That's normal. I see chickens just zooming by over here. They're getting lower on their food. I still got quite a bit of food. I'm not worried about that. Wool. We're still sitting at 50. Just like real life, I love watching chickens run. It is so freaking hilarious watching them run. Just... Some of them, like, geez, those black ones over there. Man, are they running. You're fluffing your feathers. Well, I do have a rooster over there. Look at this one. Yep. Scratch the ground, look underneath, and see what kind of... Well, that is just like real life. They do that to see what kind of bugs they can bring up and nibble. That is literally just like a real one. Come on. Now that I'm watching, I want to see more zooming. Which chickie has the zoomies? You know, if I had a farm and I had a chicken coop, oh, there goes one. Oh, there's another one. I would totally just be watching chickens all day. When I say they have their own personality, I'm not kidding. They really do. They have their own personality. They're freaking hilarious. Dumber than stumps, but that's to be expected. Whoa! Oh, there goes a white one. I think she just ran into the side. was entertaining. Is there a pallet there? There isn't a pallet. What the? I don't think these potatoes are ready yet. They're looking good. Say they're growing. I would really love to get rid of these 2 contracts. Really love, since still here. Let's check everything. We have over 2,000 liters of cut chickies again. Beer production, strawberries are still low. Everything else is actually doing not too bad. I definitely need some wheat and barley. I can buy it, but I don't really want to. If I can produce it, I'd rather produce it than buy. For obvious reasons. This is a good way to tell which crop is getting ready. These ones, not so much. Cultivated. Yeah. That is some special cultivation skills there. And yes, I technically own all 4 of these houses, but I'm not going to bulldoze them or anything. I could sell them and make extra profit and everything else. Oh, I'm not going to. Because in reality, I wouldn't force anybody out of their house because I want a bigger field. It doesn't matter how much money I would have. I wouldn't do it. Oh, depending on it, if I was a big farmer and whatnot, and I owned all these houses, I could potentially rent them out. I just literally drove in the back of that guy's car. If I'd rent them out to the farm hands that are working for me, you know, dirt cheap. After all, they need a place to live too, and you know, promote the family life. I'd be down for that. But that's in a perfect world that I have lots of money and I'm a huge farmer. Reality sense? No. Nope, I am not one of those guys. Don't get me wrong, I would love to have cash, but no. Alright, we're sleeping. How else do you get through the winter? What do you normally do in the winter? Oh, I sleep. That's my job, I sleep. I just sleep through it. I think I'm finally getting my second wind. That's great, guys. I'm getting my second wind. I am feeling good. Alright, so let's take a look again at everything since we zoomed ahead to another month. We're already $5,000 up this month. That's cool. That's because we sold a bunch of products. Holy crap, we got more chickens. Well, there's 360 plus 110. So that's 470 plus 10 is 480 chickens. So we got another 120 chickens here. And we gained $25 a sheepy. Beer production, we are getting low in barley. I am gonna have to buy barley. I don't want to, but we're gonna have to. Crude, selling nice. That one's getting low. As soon as this one's done and we're sold out of it, we're selling the oil refinery and we're building a bigger one. Bigger, better one. This is all doing good. Cut chickies. Cut chickies, we've got a full pallet, which is freaking fantastic. So yeah, let's go take a look at things. And FYI, those other bales should be ready by now. Let's go take a look at our production first. And now that we're in January, we're getting that one step closer Not even one step closer. We are getting really dangerously close to getting crops ready. So we kind of have to. We kind of have to push hard to get the field going. On the plus side, we have that big trailer, so we can really load up a bunch of trees and stuff too. Let's take a look at the animal. Especially just in case the bees are full production again. It seems like every time I sleep abruptly that all of a sudden there's like 6 million freaking pounds of honey sitting there. Not quite, but getting close. 400 is max. 400 is maxi. I got almost a lot of eggs. We might want to sell eggs this tonight too. We have more chickies. And what is our fields looking like? They should stay the same for now for a ways because we're now in. I put it back to realistic mode for this reason. We can plant cotton in February, so we're getting closer on that point. I'm not going to. March coming around, we can plant oats, sunflowers, potatoes, sugar beet, sugar cane, cottons, and grapes and olives. Not that I want to. Sorghum is April. And yeah, potato harvest is until August, so unfortunately we won't get rid of that stuff till August. Oats are one thing, wheat and barley. Harvesting is June, July, but September, August, or September, October is our seeding months. And we do want to plant some barley. But we need to sort of figure this out. I have a field of, I think that's barley out there, so we can get rid of that in June. Takes a whole season for that to grow. But if we planted in March for oats in this field, we could. No, I think it goes. I think if we planted there, it's one whole season before we could do that. Maybe. We might try it. Sorghum for sure we need to do. We might have to plant or buy another field, but we'll figure it out. We will figure it out. Oh yeah, we do have one full pallet of wool too. So yeah, we might want to bring the trailer along next time because we have some pallets to get rid of and some extra cash to make. Let's first get rid of these bales and see what kind of extra cash we have, and I do want to buy this field and this field tonight with our live stream and see where we're sit from there. I'm not even going to look because I know these are all ready to go. So yeah, we're moving along. I'm not feeling too bad about our circumstances now. I think we're doing all right. I think that's weeds. Yeah, we've got friggin' weeds in here. Yeah, screw it. I'll just hit it with the frickin' mulcher again. It is snowing to beat hell. Actually thinking about it, I wouldn't mind trying a small field of oats somewhere. Because I feel oats would be one of those fields that would just immediately grow. We'll be busy harvesting again. Okay, one more bale here. Why is it every time it starts snowing, my trailer's just like it's on friggin' grease? It's made of grease. So in theory, this should give us another 260 some thousand, which will be good. Because the 260 is enough to buy 2 more fields, and still leaving us with about 300,000, which is pretty decent, pretty manageable. So I think the best course of action we have here is we can buy these fields. We'll swath this next one. We'll bale it right away. We'll get it. We'll basically get it ready. With everything, and then from there we should be able to next Wednesday we should be able to quickly pick those up, and we only have 2 other fields to deal with, which should be pushing us into February as well. Which is really good. We're also going to have to think about, with that many chickens, selling them to the, either selling them to the livestock market or to the meat packing plant. Either or. Because we are going to have to seriously think about getting rid of some. Mind you, hang on. Let me rethink this a little bit. Let's go into construction. Let's go to animals. Let's go to chickens. I've got this one, which is 800, and we're sitting at what, 470? I mean, I guess we could hold off for a little bit. $262. That is freaking fantastic. So yeah, okay, we have to wait a little bit for the bales to ferment, but it's way more feasible. And I know everyone's looking and going, whoa, $576,000. Yeah, that's pretty good cash. No, not when the field beside me is 1.6 million. Yeah, no, it's pretty expensive actually, and I don't have that big equipment. Like even considering the 2 fields I'm currently doing, and the 1 major field that I'm currently doing, like I'm currently cultivating that. There's quite a lip there, by the way. The fields that I'm currently cultivating up and trying to make into this 1 big field, that's basically borderline in my abilities with the smaller equipment. I'm going to have to buy bigger equipment. Unfortunately, that also means I'm going to have to buy bigger equipment. It costs more. The bigger you go, the bigger equipment you need, the more it costs. Mind you, once you have the equipment, it's not so bad. You still have to pay for putting the field in. Yeah, okay. Whoop-de-frickin-do. Alright. So, I think what we discussed is we're going to go ahead and buy these 2 more fields. This one, for sure. That's 128. And this guy here, 140. That still puts us about par, which is kind of where I want to sit. Where's my swather? Let's get going on this field right away here. That way we can just let it ferment while we cultivate all this other. I need to start the engine first. This is ultimately one of the nicest ways to swath all this. And remember, we're going to do it more old school. So if this is the first time tuning in and you're watching this, I'm planning on doing basically no weeding. So you're going to see lots of weeds in my fields, and you're probably going to go, "Oh man, can you just go out and spray that?" No, I can't. Nor will I. Am not, will not, can't make me. And number one reason behind that specifically is because I have a swathing mod. And the one thing I remember from Grandpa farming is he didn't believe in a lot of spray. Like, yeah, he did some spraying, but he didn't believe in a lot of spraying. And I think we need to get back into that more. So, yeah, okay, unfortunately, we might have lower yields because we're not spraying, but we can swath it and we can combine it with the pickup header. It means we're going to spend more time in the fields doing this stuff, working with you guys, and you get to see more of what we're doing and everything, which I don't think is going to be that much of an issue. In the grand scheme of things, I don't think it's going to be an issue. I think it's actually going to be kind of informative on quite a few levels. Now I can actually disc this piece up if I wanted to. I might just mulch this. Like, once I get this whole piece done, this is going to be a huge field in itself too. Which gets me back to what I'm thinking too. I could seed part of it down to oats and the other part down to sorghum, and just see what the difference is. Yeah, or I buy another little field and do a because we could, thinking about it now, this whole field we could have it for the sorghum. We could buy the field 46 or 115, whatever, right next to me, and use this one as my oat field as a tester. That could be my test field. But yeah, we gotta disc all of these trees up. I'm gonna hit, because this was plowed, I'm gonna hit that again with the a little bit with the plow, but I'm gonna hit the entire field with the mulcher and mulch it down and make sure it's all good. And then I'm also gonna do rock picking. And yeah, we still got lots of work. Like, don't get me wrong, our farm is growing now. I'm not feeling broke. I could make myself go broke real quick, but I think for the most part we're doing all right. Oh yeah, that's right too. We gotta also cut down those other 4 trees and plant some more. I do want to plant some more here. That nice little slough that we're going to acquire here, I want to plant trees all the way around it. I honestly think it's going to look kind of nice if I do that. And you never know, I might actually might improvise a little bit too. I might put a small house or something back there and make that almost like a little cabin-esque area. Just kind of something neat. But yeah, definitely want to plant a bunch of trees. You know, kind of a home nearby the area where I'm going to have all my livestock. But at the same time, sort of build it up as a little cabin in the trees. Which is something that I've always wanted anyways. In real life and games, whatnot. Well, if it was a survival game, there'd be a giant castle somewhere over here. I can't remember which seed it is anymore. But there's a 7 Days to Die map that they actually used from one of our survival maps that we did years and years and years ago when it first basically came out. Our castle and system was friggin' huge, and they actually liked it so much they made it a seed. So there's somewhere out there this monster frickin' castle. Yeah, it was us that built it. And I can't remember which seed it is. I haven't played 7 Days to Die in a long time. I thought about doing that as another series, but haven't had time. This working for a living thing is puts a hindrance on most things, but at the same time, you know, we even talked about it the other day. Well, even today, me and my employee, we talked about it. It's like, okay, what would you do if you, like, say, won $60 million tomorrow? Would you still be doing this? Yeah, I'd still be working. You can't just stop. You'd go bored quickly. So no, you'd still be working. It's just you wouldn't have to worry about things so much. And not to mention, it wouldn't be like, okay, well, my rates might change a little bit. They might not be as high or whatnot. And then again, they might stay the same. It'd be basically like, okay, well, there'd be circumstances behind it. Say if a senior that can't afford to, to pay a contractor, but the house needs maintenance, yeah, okay, then I'd come in and just do the work. Because then I'd know that, $5,000 would go a long ways, right? And if you're a multimillionaire, you could make that $5,000 up in interest anyways. So, little things like that you could get away with. But unfortunately, they're just sort of feeble, hot air dreams. Because I can't afford to do that at the moment. I'll just keep working. I can't complain anyways. I do love my job. It's like I said, even if I was a multimillionaire, I would still be doing my job. It's one of those things. I enjoy what I do. It's the reason why I do it. Every job is different and keeps you active. And the funny thing is, when I was growing up, in grade 1, I remember they always asked me, and I actually remember this one in grade 1, they asked me what I want to be when I grow up, and I said farmer. Well, realistically, I don't want to be a farmer now. I would rather be the guy that just jumps into a piece of equipment like this and goes out and swats for hours on end. I'm more than content to do that. Why? Because I do not want to pay the bill. But at the same time, I love going out into the field and jumping in a tractor or jumping in a combine. It's hard to explain, but it's enjoyable. And of course, I'm the giant goofball in the field, anyways, that keep everyone else entertained. Like, I don't know what it is with the John Deeres. But the X9s, they're the system, because you basically push in on the system what field type you're running, right? So it's like, okay, today we're combining, say, barley. So you punch in the computer barley, and it sets the presets on everything, right? Really neat. It really is. It is quite sophisticated. Well, I remember the first time I jumped in one of these giant machines, and I'm looking through it. I'm going, all right. So we're doing, say, barley. But I really want to combine cotton with this, or bananas. Damn it! Would you quit doing that? Doing what? Just put the field type in. Really? Because I really want to know what combining Brussels sprouts is like. Or one of them was cranberries too. Really? I don't know. I think I'll try the preset for cranberries this time. You bastard. I'm pretty sure the reason why it says that is not specifically due to the fact the combine can handle it, because it can't. It can't. It physically can't. These are specialty fields. It can't do these things. But what I think is what's going on is I need to set drop. Is it's automated program that the John Deere has for all their equipment. So this machine may not be able to do X, but it can actually do a bunch of other stuff. It is a weird world, though. You're using a 54-foot draper, and the thing is amazing. Like, it's hard to explain what it's like, but it basically almost like the whole header glides across the ground. We have found an issue with it, though. The machine is fantastic and all. It does a great job. The samples are great. Loss is fantastic. Like on our cereals, like our barleys, wheats, and even durum. We were only having maybe like 6% loss at the most. It was averaging about 4% loss. Freaking amazing. The problem what we did find is it doesn't like beans. I don't know what it is, if the header is just too large, and it almost acts like it gums up on the beans. And I don't know why. I could speculate, but I don't know. I don't understand it fully why it gums up on that, but it's fine for like 120 bushel an acre frickin' barley. And yes, we did. I didn't combine this year at all. Unfortunately, I didn't have any time to go out. But I know, talking to them and everything else, and I know that they had a really super good year for the malt barley around here. I know the guys around us, malt around us usually only runs about 80 an acre, and they were averaging 96 around us, which is phenomenal. So, good on the farmers for that one. And it started rough. They literally planted in dust, and well, the old saying, I even remember my grandfather saying it: you plant in the dust, your bins will bust. Well, this time it worked out that way. Does it normally? No. No, not even close. But saying that, it was a good year for a lot of things. Canola was a bit rough. Most guys around here was only averaging about 50, maybe on the top end 60, but mostly 50. It didn't start good. It really didn't. Like when we first were looking at it, like only maybe, I wouldn't even say half, maybe a third of the plants came up. And we were looking at it going, Oh, that's just not good. And you always have in the back of your mind, well, I should just disc this under and say the hell with it. But it's the worst advice you can ever give to anyone. You're better off just to let it grow and see what you get. And you might be surprised. Then again, you might be horrified. But talking with another guy, he was up by Vermilion, I believe. What's this one? What's this message? That message is not important whatsoever. I talked to one guy up that was from Vermilion area, and he said, it's one of the worst crops he's planted in years. But he says, you know what? If everyone cultivates their field under, there's no seed for next year. He says, so even if it's a horrible crop, at least I get enough seed in the bin to go again next year. And I thought about that long and hard after he said it, and went, he's right. And it's perspectives like that. I have a tendency to talk to farmers and just see what their point of view is. And, for the most part, they all pretty much talk to me. It's kind of like, yeah, okay, well, when you start talking things like, oh, well, how's it running? Oh, it's doing this. Oh, what's the proteins and, stuff like that's going on. And once they figure out that, oh, you actually know what you're talking about, yeah, it's like, yeah, we'll tell you. It's just like talking with the truck driver from my neighbors when they're combining around us. Yeah, I pulled in because I saw him there, and I said, so, how's it going? Is it running good? And he goes, oh, surprisingly enough, it's running great. We're averaging 96. I went, wow. And I said, what's the moisture content today? And he goes, well, it's doing pretty good. We're only running at about 9%. Can't beat that. 9% for malt? That's not bad. If it's too dry, then you also have problems with it heading. Where basically the heads fall off before you can combine them. But it was really good to see. Like, really, really good to see. Peas did well, too. I heard quite a few good things about peas this year around us. Which, kind of surprising. Considering it's part of that legume factory. Factory? Family. It's a factory now. Did you know it's factory-esque? Oh. No, family. The beans did alright, but they weren't special. There's a couple of guys, surprisingly enough, that planted mustard this year. It didn't do well. It kind of the same concept as canola. Actually, truth be told, when it's growing, it looks exactly the same as canola. Pods, everything. It's really freaky. Combine's the same too. And before you go, oh, is it Dijon? No, it's not. There's something with Dijon that makes that extra special taste. Now, this is just general brown mustard. I didn't even know we could grow it, to be honest. There's a few more cornfields popping up around here too, but the corn doesn't really do well. All they use it for is green feed. I mean, I see a lot of farmers around here, all they do they don't even silage it or anything. All they do is put up temporary fences in between and let the cattle go at it in the winter. That's all they do. Which, I mean, I guess if it works, right? Well, that didn't work. That board didn't work. Let me zoom around here and try this again. Alright, I guess we're not going to be cultivating tonight. I think the biggest thing is get the rest of this baled, and then I think we should grab the pickup truck, and we shall go do a those bins. Or not bins, but you know what I mean. We will do the thing on the thing on the thing. Like that makes sense. What I'm thinking is basically just pick up those pallets and whatnot. I am going to have to buy a friggin' trailer to haul my frickin' animals in pretty soon. Like a semi-trailer. I always overshoot. Well, let's be honest, I hate bailing in the general sense of things. I hate it in real life, too. I don't mind doing the square ones. I don't like doing the round ones. Especially if you're half stone deaf like I am. You can't hear the beeper going off, so you just cruising along and the thing is howling at you, then telling you that you're stupid because clearly your bale's going to be twice as big as what it should be. As I'm going, la 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 la. And it wasn't a fancy baler like this, it was an old... The hell was it? It was an old case. I think it was an old Case 380 or something like that. Anyways, it was an old Case baler. I did that for... Shit, I did that for a week. 1 year for an old farmer. Just to help out. He desperately needed the help to hay. It was just the two of us, too. It was like, okay, well... He'd go out, he'd swath for a while. Then... I'd go out with the rake behind him, rake it into nice windrows. He'd follow with the baler. Then I'd follow with the tractor with the pickup. Basically, a bale trailer like the truck's got on it right now, which we called the pickup. And we picked it up. Then I'd drop it off in the middle of the field, near the wrapper. And then I would jump off that or disconnect the tractor from the pickup, and I would then drive it over because there was another tractor running the wrapper, and I'd use the tractor with the forks to pick up the bales and put it in the wrapper. Then as it's wrapping and slowly feeding all these in that I've basically lined up for the damn thing, then he would come off, he would jump and hook up everything back up, as I would go back into the tractor with the swather on it, and I would do the swathing for a while, and then he would do the raking, then I'd do the baling, and then we swapped like this for... I think it was 4 or 5 days we did it. And I tell you, that was a lot of work. But I can't complain. I learned a lot by doing that one by an old guy. It's always the old guys. You want to learn secrets of life? Learn it from the old guys. They know how to do the job best, not because they're most experienced. It has something to do with experience. But they have found the most creative way to do the job efficiently, quickly, and the safest. Because 1, they want to get it done. 2, they want to get it done right. And 3, they don't want to do it again. So yeah, you learn a few things from the old guys. I figured this out at an early age. It's like, oh yeah, you know what? Always watch to see what the old guys are doing. It doesn't matter what they're doing, if it's farming, if it's the trades, or whatnot. You want to learn something neat? Watch an old guy. They have found the most creative ways to do something that, well, I learned an old saying a long time ago. And that old saying was priceless, and it still is. Actually, there's a couple of them when you think about it. It's just the safest way to do something is just do it right the first time. That sort of stuck with me for years. But you want to get shit done. They have found the easiest way possible to do it. Just because they don't want to do the same job twice. I've had a lot of fun over the years. I must admit that. I've had a lot of good experiences. I've had some bad ones too. Don't get me wrong. The one time actually wasn't even me. I witnessed that one. We were combining and I wouldn't even say buddy. I was combining and this guy that was working with us. It wasn't even really his fault. He just turned too sharp, and the back steering tire in the combine managed to grab a rock, just catch it just the right way. It peeled the back tire off the rim, and then he rolled the frickin' rim. When I mean it, he bent the rim. And we had to spend some sketchy hours fixing the rim with a bottle jack, which is kind of a huge no-no, because that can fly off in many different ways. Bottle jack, a jackal, which is the most dangerous tool any guy can ever use. A piece of 4x4 that I had in my truck, and bottle of propane. And yeah, I just remember the good old saying, I'm about to do some sketchy shit, doo-da, doo-da, hope it fucking works this time, oh, doo-da day. Alright, let's squat this bastard. There we go. Alright, let's switch to the truck, put the tailgate back up, there we go. That has no effect on anything, there we go. I can just use the tractor over here. I'll use the forklift once I get it here, though. Yeah, so we managed to use the bottle jack, and then once we fixed the rim with the bottle jack and the jackal, then we managed to do even more sketchy stuff, which was fill the inside of the tire with propane, and we didn't have any soap to get the bead going, so one of the guys managed to have deodorant with them, so fantastic, that worked well. We used the whole stick to lube up the outside of the rim. Yeah, pumped the whole bottle of propane into the tire and let it match, and son of a bitch, that's the first time I've ever seen that work, and she worked great. It beaded that tire right back on. So that wasn't really the farmer's fault on that one. You really can't blame him for it, because, well, yeah, okay, he was turning too tight. We get that. That's still not really his fault. And we couldn't even pull that rock out if memory served. That was a deadhead in the middle of the field. I wonder if he ever got that other. I'm assuming so. My cousin is usually pretty good about that, because he doesn't want to have to do sketchy shit every day. So yeah, no. That was a bad one. Another that was gross. that one, I'm a hunter, right? I've seen some stuff over the years, but I will honestly say that was gross. And what I'm talking about is, simply put, we were combining. Didn't happen to me again, luckily enough. But guy was combining in a group, and a freaking deer jumped out, and he got it with the straight cut. He shut the combine off, and he managed to hit the emergency before running it through the combine. So it was still gross. We still had to clean it out of the straight head. But luckily enough, thankfully, it wasn't that bad. So that one was bad. One time I found a frickin' rod in the field that sort of... I took out 6 knives? Yeah, I think it was about 6 knives. That wasn't good. I didn't even know there was a rod in the field. Actually, neither did anybody else. I thought I saw something sticking up, but I thought it was a tree. And, well, anything that's basically an inch thick, that's a tree. You just combine it anyways, right? It's not a big thing. Nope, it was steel. That one I do remember is still out there, because we tried to pull on it and everything else. We couldn't get it out. So now we made notes of it just to ignore it. But yeah, no, that as farmers, you never know what you're gonna hit. Anything can happen at any time. It's unfortunate, but it can happen at any time. I've got a combine stuck once. I'm pretty sure anyone that's ever combined in their life has got a combine stuck once in their life. It's kind of inevitable. Or tractor. 2,900 liters, 6,000. We're still good on that stuff. I've got my own tractor stuck. I need to L. There we go. That, oddly enough, is actually a fair bit of weight. So we got, that is almost a full pallet of eggs. 1,400 liters of it is a full pallet of eggs. A lot of eggs. We got 800 in honey, 1,000 in wool. That's a pretty good load. The honey and the wool are actually the same height. That actually worked out pretty good. Let's grab a pallet of chickies. I'm just going to park it here. We don't have far to go with it. Now all I have to do is find the frickin' forking me lift. There it is. Okay, question. Why does this thing even have glass? Like, really? It has no door, so what the hell? Alright, so that... We're on the way with the forklift slowly. Production. Spawn. 1 pallet, 4,000 liters. We have 1 full pallet. Oops, let me just drive through a guy's car with the forks. That'll totally fix that. Crunch. I don't even know if I can actually lift this thing onto that trailer. Guess we're gonna find out in 30 seconds here. Holy crap. Well, I can tell you, I am probably just going to drive this thing across because I doubt if I can lift it onto the trailer. This is 4,000 liters of cut chicken. Oh, that's sketchy. That's really not bad with that freaking truck, though. That truck and trailer can hold a lot. Alright, first stop will be the cut chicken. But now I don't have to worry about trying to hit a bump and losing it. Because I totally would. Totally would. Totally and effortlessly lose it all over the highway. Oops. Let's strap that, shall we? Alright. One beauty about goosenecks is you can do tight cornering with it. I actually really do like a proper gooseneck. Fifth wheels are fine. Like, fifth wheels are actually pretty good. But I would prefer goosenecks. Okay, we can also get rid of the eggs at the same time at basically the same spot. Now, can we got them on the trailer. Can we get it off the trailer? And how much is a full lift of chicken? Excuse me. Yeah, it's not sketchy. I would have to say my forklift is a little undermatched with the weight of this. Because how heavy is this pallet? 2.3 tons. That is about 4,600 pounds. That would be a lot. Plus, I'd unloads real quick. $13,000 worth of chicken. Maybe superficial, but worth every freaking penny. Alright, let's grab these eggs. This is almost the full pallet of egg. Alright, let's just absolutely stab the frickin' eggs with the forks. Look at that. Look at that production. Alright. We're gonna go over here to the egg stand. This actually should be a pretty good payday too. Nice, 7,000 worth of eggs. Alright, it's not that far. I can probably make it with the honey. I don't think the honey is that heavy. Okay, let's get underneath it more here. No, this is actually pretty light. I'll park this over with Pub with Beer in the chicken factory again, but I think what I might do is spawn some beer here and take it over. We've actually made some pretty good cash, because when you consider it, 13,000 for the for the chicken, and then another 7,000 for the for the eggs. That's $20,000 worth of product right there. What are we sitting at here? Actually, not that much. I guess we're just gonna leave it for now. We have tons of honey. Strawberries are a little lacking, but actually, let's take a look at that. What is a pallet? 500? Okay. Let's spawn a pallet of each. This should get us by for a little while. So full pallets of this is 500. And then we'll quickly go up and sell the wool. There's actually no spinnery around here. Oddly enough, there's no spinnery. Yeah, screw this. Let's my tiny little forks. Let's stack them. Probably can go 3 high. They're not heavy. They're actually not heavy at all. And yeah, we'll finish up the stream after we get rid of the wool. I do appreciate everyone coming out and hanging again tonight, and a few new faces out here again. Greatly appreciate that. Really? What am I hitting? What am I hitting with it? That is totally not going to stay on those forks. That's right, I'll grab it from the other end once I get them centered-ish. I'm partially losing my voice tonight, too. Tomorrow night, of course, if you're new to the channel and whatnot, Warband comes out. So be sure to check that out, as it's part of the Warband series, as we're trying desperately to make an empire. So yeah, make sure to check that out. I'm maybe going to stream, but if you want to know what's going on with me at any given point or whatnot, be sure to check out Twitter, as that is mainly where I hang out, and of course I regularly update everyone on there, well, on a regular basis. So yeah, if you guys want to check that out, make sure to check it out at Big Norsk. And yeah. Memory serves, I gotta do this. Okay, that's trippy. Good job, game. That's awesome. Okay, so back with the beer production. We're actually out of the red there. You know what? I might buy some barley here. It's going to cost me 18,000, but total we're buying that at 18,000. We're only 2,600 up, but we have $27,000 worth of product, so that's not terribly bad. And we do have the wool left to take up, and that's unfortunately it's got to go to Bloomengart exports. There's no spinnery in this map, but that's alright. I do like my sheep. Yeah, I must have really worked up a good choking sweat this afternoon. That's the whole reason why I'm coughing. I breathed in a lot of really super cold air, so that's what does it. But if I do a stream tomorrow, if I do stream, it'll probably be back with Satisfactory as always. It's the new filler game. As though we were trying to expand and survive in that one. There should be a pro trade here. No, there's another 2,600. I mean, we didn't get really rich off of it, and the amount of wool we get normally, we're not going to get rich off of it, but but it's not the point that you're going to get super rich off of one product or another. It's basically everything is collective, and it's, well, if you look, we're averaging, say, about $2,500 a month on wool production. It all adds up, right? The chicken actually adds up a lot. The oil refinery will too, the new one. But that also gets me to the point of, I believe it's, oh, you might be able to, canola might be one of the products too. We can quickly look at that before ending the stream. And then after this, I'm going to work a massive furball. Besides the point. Production. We need to go factories, which is the new one, which is the refinery, which is 380,000, which is this guy. Canola is also on it, and silage. So if we put silage in it too. But I'm not going to buy any of the products with this one. It's strictly going to be the oil from our oil derrick, which I might plant another one around here somewhere. Maybe in one of the hay fields or whatnot. But besides that, corn and canola we can be basically brought in to it as well. And silage, which, oddly enough, with silage bales, we can use them to help produce. This thing is a monster, but I don't think it's any different in size versus what we actually currently have. We can quickly take a look. Like I said, it's 380,000. It's not cheap. The other one was way cheaper. Footprint wise, it's a little, well, it's a little bigger than the other one, but not by much. It's actually a little bit, it's more narrow, but it's more contained, but it's a little bit longer. So, not really that bad. But anyways, hope you guys have enjoyed. I really do appreciate everyone coming out and hanging and whatnot. And if you are new, great demand. I just brought the eggs, yip. Anyways, despite that disappointing fact, I do appreciate everyone coming and hanging. And if you are new here and you're watching this at a later date, make sure to hit that subscribe button, as it is underneath the video, and of course it's in the bottom right corner with the little house girl. All you have to do is click on him and he'll give you the link. I should warn you about him, but I probably won't. He's just a really nice guy. You might nibble your toes, but I digress. He's a nice guy. Yeah, and make sure to leave likes, share, and of course hit that alert bell so you know when I go live and new content comes out as well. And yeah, thanks for joining, and we will see you on the next one.